Good morning, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan, and welcome back to the Wealth Management Podcast from MPI So, talking about the markets yesterday, of course markets were volatile, and it was supposed to be because it was the Nifty expiry yesterday. And if you see, and almost till the first half of the day, the markets were kind of flat, and in the second half is when suddenly we saw a big fall, and just then followed by a rise. So that was, of course, indeed can be related to the stock market expiry volatility, but then that is what puts a lot of traders into trouble. So luckily we were not in trouble. We closed this week with some good decent profit for this week. So it's of course very important data was expected in the end of the day. So we were kind of away from the market in terms of trading. Now, as far as investors are concerned, again, there no movement, no changes for this week as much. So the markets have been kind of consolidating in a tight range for the entire week as of now. So, like I always keep saying, there is that one trigger which is missing, which is not taking the market up nor down. So it needs a trigger to either go up or down. So we were kind of looking for some positivity from the IT sector, as yesterday we had Infosys and TCS results coming out. I will be talking about that. But before that, if I have to tell you, more important thing is the US market. So in US market, what happened? Just before the US market opened, the US CPI data came in, and kind of as expected, the inflation was slightly higher than expected, which kind of had a big effect on the market initially, but then it kind of recovered and closed flat. So most of the US markets have actually closed flat. But then, of course, there was some stock specific negativity, like Tesla was looking at hiking their employee remuneration, which kind of put the markets, brought the markets down drastically for Tesla. But apart from that, if you look at other news from the US, Microsoft has taken the place of Apple as the company with the largest market capital. So that's something which is surprising. Well, Apple has been having a tough time at this point of time in US, because their iPhones have not been doing great, and neither they see any big tech future at this point of time. So it is high time Apple actually tries to come out with something new. Until then, Apple is going to face this hurdle at this point of time. So these are all things specific to US market. But something interesting I would like to tell you is about the Indian IT market now. So talking about Indian IT market, Infosys and TCS came out with the results. And if you remember what I spoke yesterday, Narayan Murthy and team generally at Infosys have this habit of, telling the worst, expecting the worst, even though they feel they could do better. So they generally give out whatever they give the expectation. Generally, they meet more than the expectation. So that is what happened probably yesterday. Also, we could see the profits have kind of dipped compared to the previous quarter, but then revenue has grown. Deal win, that is new orders in bag, is something big. And not only that, Infosys also announced the takeover of Insemi, which is a semiconductor design company, which actually can be a good thing for the new generation, because they would be like more of a chip design to software solution companies. So overall, this can be a great thing when the AI is coming in. So that can be seen as a positive at this point of time. So with all this, and also attrition levels have come down, both Infosys and TCS. So with all this, the profit has come down, the revenue has gone up, and of course attrition has come down. So all these are good things for the company. So markets which were kind of seeing some short covering run last 2 days. Yesterday Infosys was slightly down, but if you look at the US market ADR, they are actually showing positivity, almost 4%, which is good. So probably we could see some gap up opening in Infosys today, but then will it sustain is the question. So at this point of time, of course, like I always tell you, these IT companies are set to grow, but only 10-12% a year. That's completely okay, and they are okay. Okay with it. So it is a safe bet for anybody who wants to have a safe investment in the stock market. So along with that, if you're in line with Infosys, we could see TCS also coming out with the profits. Their profits have actually gone good, and their revenue also has gone up. Deal wins are good, and something good about TCS is they also started getting some Indian orders. So they're also involved in this BSNL 5G, 4G network creation. So all these things are actually kind of helping TCS also. So at this point of time, both of these are basically heavyweights. But still, yes, 10-12% is easy doable at this point of time, is what it shows. So you can continue to stay invested if you are a very safe investor. Of course, for people who want to take some risks, there are other mid cap opportunities available in the market. So apart from that, what could be in focus today? Today focus will be on HCL and Wipro as they come out with the results today. So IT majors would have majorly come out with the results, except I think tech will be the only heavyweight which would be left out of the IT pack. So IT doesn't seem to give any excitement as such, but then yes, it is decent. So markets may not react much. So that is what is expected at this point of time. So what could be the next expectation? Now we'll have to look at is the banking sector and also the manufacturing sector. Let's see how these results come. So that would be expected sometime only by next week, and we could also expect HDFC Bank coming out with results next week. So these are things that in case set the guidance for the upcoming result season. So at this point of time, I don't see Nifty getting any triggers on either side. So we could expect the markets to be trading in this tight range bound direction, but of course with volatility. So markets are markets. Friday being a Friday, I'm not planning to take a trade also today. Today I'm not in office due to some other work. So let us catch up with more details on what could be expectation for next week and what could be expected for future, with more details on the Market Pulse video on Sunday at 7 p.m. sharp. So before I go, let me tell you one very important thing about today. Today being the last day of the week, markets can tend to be fluctuating with a negative bias. So that could be something that could be watched out. So that's it for now. This is Srikanth Rajan signing off. But before we leave, do remember to press the like button if you love the content that we share that motivates us. Do share the podcast with your friends and relatives to help them learn and invest together with us and grow your money financially. So that's it for now. Goodbye.